welcome to another episode of Mr. Badger Talks to Scum. And I'm here with my good friend...
Whoa, excuse me. This is Theo t.w.a.t.s, the podcast.
It's a podcast, yes?
Yeah, Theo t.w.a.t.s, mate. You're on my podcast.
What?
You've come on my podcast, Theo t.w.a.t.s.
Oh, I thought we were doing my one.
No, I'm talking to suspicious characters in the Shropshire area today.
But why are you talking to me for?
You're quite a suspicious character, aren't you?
No. What are you saying? Like, are you saying that I need someone keeping tabs on me or something?
Wow. If you should be being watched, I think, definitely.
Well, like the government watching me.
Yeah. At least the police.
Well, the police are already watching me because I've got a tag on my ankle.
Well, I know, yeah, that's why you can't do my show, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm stuck indoors. This isn't even real. Look at that. It's blue screen or green screen, whatever you call it. What? I thought you wanted to talk to me today about tracking people or something.
Well, I was going to, I wanted to talk to you on my page about the tracking and tracing of people and how you thought about it.
Tracing, like with a pencil?
No, basically, at the moment, the government and the NHS are introducing a track and trace app to help monitor the spread of the COVID-19 virus.
What, so the virus is in your phone and it checks where you are with the virus?
Basically, your phone monitors where you are and where you go, and it takes all the data of your GPS, where you've been and where you've gone, and feeds it back into a big database with the NHS or the government. And then that can see if you've been in any areas where there's positive cases of COVID-19. And that way they can see if you've come into contact with anyone with the illness, and then if you're at risk of catching it yourself.
So your phone...
That's what I think.
Your phone tracks where you've been?
Yeah.
Does it track how long you've been there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What? Oh, dear. Do you have to do it?
Well, you don't have to, but it's beneficial to the population of the country to track and trace this virus.
Oh, fuck them, I don't care about the populace.
We need to stay on top of it.
Every man for himself, innit? And Badger.
Yeah, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, I'm immune to it, so I don't think I need to be...
Yeah, I mean,
Tick attack.
Well, I was thinking, I've survived that many cases of chlamydia. I'll be fine with one case of COVID-19.
That's it, yeah. I think technically, they say it's a Chinese nuclear bioweapon or whatever the fuck from some bloke eating a bat sandwich. Well,
that's right, yeah.
I think it was just, I had a cheeky... do you know what a posh wank is?
No, I've never done anything like that, Mr. Badger.
It's where you masturbate into a condom. So...
Oh, is it?
Yeah, every now and then I treat myself to a posh wank, and I think all it was I was actually in Beijing at the time, and little Su Ming let me have a posh wank in front of her, and then I pulled the condom and emptied it over her chin, and I think she was the first case. So
that was the I've got the name of it now. I try to remember from Outbreak what they call. Fuming. I bet she's fuming now.
Hey! Patient Zero, is that what you're thinking about?
That's it. That's what I was thinking of. Patient Zero.
Yeah.
That was Suming, was it? Is Suming a racist thing to say?
No, that was a name. Why is it racist if it's her name?
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, she was Irish, but...
You're a delightful man, Mr. Badger.
I know, I am. I've been voted the world's most charming person. Can you believe that?
Who voted for that?
Me!
Yeah, I've been voted best comedian in the UK 4 years running now.
Who voted for that?
My mum.
Yeah. Oh dear. So this.
It's got shit taste.
Yeah, I like the taste of shit too. So this track and trace thing that we're on about then, Tracksuit Tracy. So what it is, so Tracksuit Tracy's there on her phone and she's watching whatever. So she's like one of these Facebook Mumsnet type groups. She's just watching what everybody's doing and reporting you.
Yeah, it's basically she's kicked the app, Track and Trace app. Once you've signed into it and you give it the authority to follow your GPS signal on your phone wherever you go, and what's a GPS? GPS, Golf Papa Sierra.
Golf Papa Sierra.
I don't know what it's an acronym for. Is it geographical? I don't know.
Off the top of my head, I'm going to say Global Positioning Satellite. I don't know.
There you go. I was about to Google it on my other phone.
To be fair, I just made that up, so it might be wrong.
That sounds right to me. I thought you were just a handsome man, but you're smart too.
I am. Oh God. Oh. I think I've got AIDS. So
that's probably why you don't need to. That's why you don't need to worry about COVID-19. If you've got AIDS, I've heard AIDS kills the virus.
Oh well, that's all right then. Yeah. Well, I've got stuff that used to kill AIDS, but I think I took some paracetamol and it's gone now.
Oh, there you go. It is Global Positioning System.
Global Positioning System. That's a good guess. A satellite, I think you said, so yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, you wasn't far off.
I wasn't far off. It's like when I get caught sleeping with young girls, I go, well, I'm close enough, you know. You can't do me if they're only a couple of years out. You know.
Oh, mate. I'm scared to laugh at that.
So you've got this GPS on your phone.
Yeah. So that then tracks where you go and keeps a record of it. Kind of like the police would do to you if you went out by schools. But so it keeps a track and it holds it on file. And then if any reports of cases for COVID-19 come in the areas you've been to and the places you've checked into using the app, because there's a barcode scanner, a QR scanner. When you go into the places, you scan yourself in and it registers what time you enter and what time you leave. And then if other cases, positive cases, show up in that environment, in that building or wherever that setting, wherever you go, from people that are at the same time, you'll be notified so you can go and get treatment and it'll stop you dying. Or spreading it to other people.
It can only track where you go if you log in.
That's right, yeah. Or if you download the app, you don't need it. It's only if you download it. So if you're doing something you don't want to get caught for, I'm not casting any aspersions, but just for argument's sake, saying you're going outside schools when you've been banned from going outside schools, you've got restrictions legally, I wouldn't download it. Because if that was the case, they'd know where you've been.
Okay, so it's not like you have to have it on your phone.
I don't think so, no.
No. And I've got a Nokia 3210 anyway, so I don't know if it'll work.
It wouldn't work on that. You need a smartphone that can download apps, so you'll be absolutely fine.
I don't trust smartphones.
Is it because they're smarter than you?
No, I've seen the Terminator. I'm not getting killed by a fucking phone.
Well, I think a law-abiding citizen who kills someone with a phone, doesn't he?
What's that?
There's a film called Law-Abiding Citizen, Gerard Butler, and he uses a phone to kill somebody.
But how can he be law-abiding if he's killing people?
It's the film. Basically, his wife and child were murdered, and he was a law-abiding citizen, a good member of society. But the criminals got off with a light sentencing because the judicial system in America is stacked in favour of the criminal a lot of times. So he commits a crime, and he's a really smart, intelligent guy, and he starts killing all the people that are involved within the crime of his murdering his wife. So like the judge, the initial assailants or defendants, the police, everyone who was involved, really. Good film, Gerard Butler.
And he did that using the track and trace app.
No, mate, no. I was just showing a sound talking about a mobile phone or phone.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you meant he actually just picked up his phone and smashed someone's head in with it.
No. He put a device inside a phone that when they answered, it shot a bullet out across their brain and killed them.
That's amazing technology.
Yeah, I mean, if I could do it, if I had the skills to do it, I'd probably be on it right now, shooting a few people.
If I had the ability to do that, I'd go straight on Dragon's Den. And I'd shoot them all.
You're a funny guy, man.
Am I?
Yeah.
Why won't anybody book me for a fucking gig then?
I had you booked for Friday, and you backed out.
I'm not allowed to leave the house.
Likely story.
I can't. I've got the bloody police. Thanks to this fucking... Well, maybe not the track and chase app, but something that's tracking my ankle. Apparently, I was stood outside a primary school for too long. I was observing. I was trying to see if they was in bubbles, in groups of 6.
You shouldn't observe with your hand down your pants, Mr. Badger.
I was doing a calculator on my phone, checking how many are in a group. A lot. And there was more than 6, I tell you. And they wouldn't take the tops off. I wanted to see if they'd got, like, blemishes from COVID.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
See the skin had been affected.
Yeah.
You're basically a saint walking the planet, aren't you?
I just wanted to know what it tasted like.
Oh, you're a sick man. I'm gutted you're not on the show, actually, because this gig we've got coming up Friday at the Avenue Club and Lodge in Weedy Castle, still tickets available. That gig is going to have people from the area of Weedy Castle where I grew up, and they would have loved you.
Yeah.
Because they're all a bit sick and twisted.
I think normally it takes about a month for the warning on my tag to go away.
Yeah, so hopefully if I do a Christmas show, we'll get you in for that.
Oh, okay, that's nice, thank you. Do I get paid this time?
Yeah. Fuck me, do a post on Facebook if I don't pay you. Calling me names.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is an inside joke about how many cunts there are in the comedy community.
But still the same pay. Two Vietnamese boys under the age of 12, yeah?
Yes. To carry my luggage.
I'll have them flown in.
Yes. Oh, you can't because of COVID.
Oh, shit. I'll have to go and kidnap some from the orphanage.
That's it, that'll do, because nobody wants them anyway, the little scummy bastards. Nobody cares if an orphan orphan goes missing. Nobody cares about orphans.
Was you an orphan, Mr. Badger?
I was an orphan. At 27.
What happened?
My mother finally kicked me out of the house. And then I married somebody, and then I moved back in because she bought a caravan. And I lived there up until about a year ago. What?
Didn't she want you in the caravan anymore?
No, she wanted me in the caravan, but I couldn't put up with her getting bummed by all these strange men for money.
Hey, money's money, mate. Just take the money and smile.
Well, it is, but that's the problem, though. I couldn't smile, not when all you can hear is and you can just smell shit because she'd lost control of her bowels.
That would have turned me off.
Well, she's still available if you want. She's 20 quid a pop.
20 quid?
Yeah.
I'll bring a few mates down.
Well, she's nearly 80 now. She can probably all fit in her at once.
80? Bit young for me. She's got any older sisters?
No, she's an only child.
Is that why she was selfish? A lot of only children are selfish, aren't they?
I wouldn't say she was selfish. She was more evil.
Smelt like shellfish.
Shellfish. I like shellfish.
Yeah.
I got crabs. I think we might have drifted off subject, you know.
I don't even know what the subject was. What was the subject?
I think it was. Let's just say this is part 2. Fuck it.
Okay.
So I think we were talking about NHS track and trace and how basically it's something that's on your phone if it's a smartphone and it can shoot a bullet into your brain.
No, that was something totally different. So it's just basically an app on your phone to track your whereabouts and trace if you've been in contact with anyone who's got COVID-19 or symptoms of COVID-19.
Do you not think that the government will use that against you?
Well, as a law-abiding citizen of the UK and a responsible citizen and a good follower of our government's laws, I believe the government's best interest have the best interest of the population on their agenda. They're just out to make sure we're safe because they're good people. You've
just offered me 2 12-year-old boys.
I'm just trying to get out of my tax return being late this year. I'm just sitting down doing it now, actually. Income and expenditure.
I don't pay taxes. Fuck that shit. It's 2020, so I identify as Greek, and we don't pay taxes. Do we, Theo?
I do, strangely enough. Well, I'm not going to because I'm operating totally on a loss this last year. So, I think only 2 gigs.
We're all
wink,
at a loss.
Wink, wink. No, yeah, it was a bad year, man. Bad year for Fat Theo comedy.
I think it's a bad year for all comedy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It could be the end of comedy, and people could be forced to watch things online or listen to podcasts and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, Zoom gigs. They could have watched Zoom gigs, can't they? This is kind of like a Zoom gig.
It's like a Zoom gig because it's terrible and nobody's laughing.
I just struggle. I'd struggle with the Zoom gig personally because I try to react to audiences and not how they laugh and stuff and feed off that energy. Yeah. But if you're just talking to a camera, it could be quite tough, I suppose, to get that feeling. Maybe obviously they're more skillful than me.
I struggle with Zoom gigs because I've got self-respect. So, you know.
My wife just texted me. She's working. She's had a conference call upstairs, another Zoom thing. And she's just messaged me. It's come across the top of my screen. Do you want to shout any louder while I'm on a call?
Oh, shit. Don't upset your wife. Your wife's quite hardcore, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a tough woman.
Yeah.
Tough love. But she's very loving too.
I like being punched in the bedroom, you know.
Oh, you got on Sam with her. Once she headbutted me mid-coitus while we were having sex. She headbutted me. And after we finished, like about 14 seconds later after I'd finished, I said, "What was that all about? You headbutted me, my lips bleeding?" She said, "You pissed me off earlier today. Don't think I forgot." Can you believe it?
Fair play.
My lip was bleeding and everything.
Talking about at your most vulnerable, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I say you have full trust in our UK government.
Oh, totally. You couldn't get a more honest and reliable man than Boris Johnson.
Can I see your fingers to make sure they're not crossed?
Well, you know I'm a solid right-winger.
Yes.
I've always been right-wing.
People have accused me of being right-wing.
Well, I'm not extreme right. I'm just right as in I believe people should work hard for their money. Yes. And the poor people are scum.
Yes.
I'm not extreme right, whereas I'm not extreme right where I think like people of ethnic minorities are bad or anything.
You don't kill
because,
Jews.
You know. Well, that's the left, isn't it? That they're not the Jews. The socialists, like Jeremy Corbyn. apparently.
The left just find issues with everything. Basically, if you put sugar in your tea, you are Hitler. It's that's the way that the left seem to be.
No, seriously, I grew up a Labour supporter, very left wing, very, and I believed left wing was the best side of politics, and because I believe in a compassionate society where everyone cares for each other. But what I've noticed now, I'm totally neutral now. All politics is bollocks. But what I noticed looking from a neutral perspective is that a lot of left-wing people are very hateful and nasty.
Yes.
And although they're selling this compassionate, caring side, if someone says anything they don't agree with, they're very horrible and nasty. And so that's why I sort of pulled away from that sort of side of politics. But I'm not ready to step into the right either, because there's whilst like the initial right wing, the Conservatives, they're not like far right, but still a lot of their policies are aimed at supporting the aristocracy, the elite, whereas I don't want to do that. So I just sit neutral and take loads of drinking drugs and fuck them.
Would you say there's a difference between the Conservatives and the Tories?
They're the same people.
Well, I don't think they are, because I think you've got your Conservatives, which are the ideas that we were talking about. Have been like, everybody should work hard for the money, and not everything is equal. We need to have differences, and I think that that's the way that the Conservatives are, and then you've got the Tories, which I think are the second group you were talking about, the elitist 1%. No. We want to crush the poor.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I would call Boris Johnson a Tory, even though he's a Conservative.
I'd call Boris, in all honesty, pompous prat. Yeah, he's got to where he is on the back of his breeding, shall we say, on the back of his stance in society, growing up as a posh person. The schools, he's a lizard. He's part of the lizard people.
He is.
You don't really believe in that lizard shit, do you?
What do you mean, believe?
We're not really governed by a lizard elite, are we?
The lizards are putting stuff in our phones to watch us.
Do you think the vaccine? Do you think the vaccine that they're trying to introduce for COVID, well, they will try and introduce, is trying to implant something in us for them to help to control us? Yeah.
It's to turn us into lizards.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Well, you know what? Whilst I'm not sure how it would work, because some female lizards murder their partner after sex. So very similar to a lot of human.
Wow.
Homo sapien women.
There's also lizards as well that if you leave the pack, they have you killed in a tunnel in Paris.
I don't know anything about those. The kimono dragon can breed by itself, I think.
The Komodo
so it doesn't
dragon?
need a man. Kimono. Is it Komodo or kimono?
A kimono.
Komodo dragon.
A Japanese.
A Japanese word. So the Komodo dragon can breed. The woman doesn't need a male to breed or to give birth. So or get pregnant. So theoretically, if we did turn to lizard people, men could be wiped off the face of the planet, and the world could keep living.
I think you're thinking of jellyfish.
No, I'm referencing a song by Tim Minchin where he's talking about Jesus.
I like Jesus.
Yeah, it's called. I can't remember what it's called now, but Woody Allen Jesus, and in it he talks about because obviously Mary gave birth without sex. So I think he says some reptiles can do it, and he says Komodo dragon. I'm sure he does. Probably.
Yeah. Well, I know they originated from the Isle of Komodo, didn't they? Where there was no sort of outside. No, it's true. There was no outside influence. There was no predators. They were the apex predator, and then we came along and fucked it all up.
Well, like we do in most of the world. Yeah. There's that one island I think that hasn't been touched by civilization. if we can call it civilization, that hasn't been
The Isle
touched
of
by the
Man.
outside world. Barry Island. No, there's no one. I think it's over between Australia and India and stuff, somewhere around the Indian Ocean, maybe. I'm not sure. That one guy from America tried to go there. He was like a Christian, and he went to teach him the way of God, and they just killed him on the beach.
Was that where they killed him and ate him, and then another person went back there and they killed him and ate them?
Might be. Well, I think fair play to them. They just want the quiet life. They don't want to be bothered by this world. And I bet if you go to that country, the levels of disease like cancers and AIDS is non-existent.
No, I'll disagree with that because, like in Wales, everybody's riddled with diseases, and they are exactly the same. They're feral. I tried to go into a chip shop once, and I just want a portion of chips, and they were threatening me with spears. It's like, you know the Ewoks in Star Wars? It was like that. Loads of little hairy things coming up to me going...
I'd just like to say that Mr. Badger's views on the Welsh have nothing to do with me. I know some very lovely Welsh people, and I holiday there quite regularly, so that's just Mr. Badger's views.
I'm half Welsh.
Are you?
Yeah, the illiterate part of me.
Well, you are from Shropshire, aren't you? That's quite close to Wales, isn't it? Is it?
I'm from Leeds, but my mother's family is just over the border in Wrexham.
Okay.
Yeah. Although Wrexham is it's like a no man's land. It's the part that England say, well, that's Welsh, it's over the border. It's the part that the Welsh go, fuck off, you can have it.
It's kind of like Wales as a whole, then, yeah.
Yeah. I want to go on holiday, and I booked into a cottage in a lovely place called Cornwall. Is that Wales?
Oh yeah. No, that's England. It's the south-east coast.
Oh, I thought it was in Wales. I thought I could walk there.
What county is that? I go there quite a bit. We go to a place near St. Ives. Beautiful.
St. Ives, they make cheese.
Do they? Oh, it's no good for you then.
Oh no, I'm thinking of St. Ivel.
No, Cornwall's a beautiful place. Yeah, we go down there quite a bit. Love it.
So we'll bring it back round because somehow we've ended up talking about cheese and the Welsh.
In Cornwall.
So this track and trace. It's on your phone. You can't do anything wrong so long as you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
And all it does is it warns you about how safe you are and the area you're in.
It lets you know if you've been in contact with anybody who's tested positive for COVID-19. I believe that's the case anyway. I'm not an expert. But I'm sure when we post this to social media, a lot of experts will tell us what we've got wrong on it. Because Facebook's full of experts, know-it-alls that know fuck all.
Yeah, so I fall into that category. So,
yeah.
But basically, what happens is it's the government. They're trying to look out for us. They're trying to make sure we're all safe. They're trying to keep on top of this disease, and they're trying to infect us with weird lizard germs.
That's correct.
Fantastic. Have you got the track and trace on your phone?
I have, mate. Yeah.
Yeah? Are you a lizard?
Not yet, although my tongue is quite long. You know what I mean?
Is that why she only headbutts you and doesn't finish the job off?
That's why she got with me.
She's like, I need him brain damaged, but still active.
She's already got the brain damage, hasn't she? So.
Yeah, but you're recovering though, so what she's trying to do, she's trying to keep you in a constant state of... You know, that's...
she's not happy with me as I was starting to get better and remember and be a bit more independent and want to do things myself, because in her mind, she liked it when I was a bit more of a potato, just sat around the house doing nothing and just watching TV, not moving. But now I actually want to get up and go out. She's not happy because it means me being slightly independent.
Can you explain to me what you are doing today?
I was in the back garden drinking my coffee, but... The signal wasn't good on the Wi-Fi in the garden, so I had to come inside.
Yeah. What were you doing in the garden? Were you hard at work?
Yeah, I was writing some jokes for a gig I've got.
Yeah. That's not a potato at all. Anyway, thank you for educating me on.
You're welcome, Mr. Badger.
Oh, thank you. On the NHS track and trace. I don't know if this is going to work because, I should be thanking you because I'm on your podcast now, aren't I?
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming on my podcast, Mr. Badger. I do appreciate it. I'm glad I could help you out. And if anyone else wants to educate on everything, come over to Fat Theo Chat Shit and I'll teach you.
So it's Fat Theo Chats Shit.
Yeah, and that's basically what I've done to you. Chat shit for the last however long because I haven't got a Scooby-Doo about track and trace really. I just chat about shit.
Ah, dear. Well, if anybody's listening on your podcast, this is Mr. Badger Talks to Utter Scum. It's available on all of the good podcast hosting sites and all the terrible ones, and there's videos on YouTube as well. So hopefully we can grow our audience.
Mine's just on YouTube and the Fat Theo Facebook page.
Ah, professional. Professional. It's all you need, isn't it? Nobody listens to podcasts anymore. They're shit.
No one listens to the audio only ones, I don't think. Well, I don't. Maybe people do. I just don't interest me.
Everybody's got a fucking podcast now, haven't they? Thanks to bloody COVID.
yeah, that's why I started, to be fair.
Exactly, that was my point. Thank you for coming on, Theo, and hopefully I'll chat to you again soon.
All right, speak to you soon, mate. Look after yourself.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.